fucking chat.
Yeah, you hear that, fuckers? It's wrestling.
We're talking about wrestling for the
it's
next.
only gone live now, but
yeah.
God, WWE is such a fucking show. That's honestly all I really want. Like, how much I fucking truly hate WWE right now.
There might be some. Okay, so I was an idiot and I didn't mute the actual YouTube Hangout video, so there might be some background noise.
I don't hear any from you.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Any fucking way. So, the future of pro wrestling.
It's going back. It's going old school. That's the fucking future.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? So, it's an interesting predicament. It's an interesting time to be a wrestling fan.
Because I'm going to tell you right now,
not just being a wrestling fan, but being a wrestler, independent wrestler.
Like the worst fucking decision WWE's ever going to make is going to fucking Fox.
Maybe, but that remains to be seen. Because here's the thing, right?
Because here's my question. Like, is the show going to still come on at 8 at night? Because if it's going to be 3 hours, most Fox stations have news at 10.
I don't know if SmackDown, did they say SmackDown was going to be 3 hours now, or is it going to stay at 2?
Well, isn't Raw also going to Fox as well?
No, they're staying at, no, it's just SmackDown. SmackDown's going to Fox.
I thought Raw and SmackDown
I think it's Fox Sports 1. I'm not sure which channel exactly.
No. It's the main network. It's Fox.
Oh wait, on broadcast.
That's what the deal was about.
Oh fuck! Because here's the thing, though. I remember reading that Fox. At least some Fox executives said that they wanted to be more sports versus more sports entertainment comedy. They wanted less of that and being more sports oriented.
Probably they want to tone down.
Well, there's also the fact that they can't go over time anymore either.
Well, it depends. It depends how it goes. But
it all depends on how Vince reacts.
Well, no. Well, it really has to do with the network and advertisements, because they can give them like an extra 10 minutes after 10 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, Sam, you gotta remember, like most Fox stations have their news at 10.
True. Holy shit. Well, here's the thing. Well, no, because that was UPN. The UPN didn't have news until very late in their existence. So I think when SmackDown was on UPN, yeah, they didn't really have the local news yet on those channels.
If you give Vince an inch, he'll take a mile. So USA finally told him to stop it and cut it off.
Also, I'm happy that Finn is finally getting his shot, but at the same time, it's like, motherfucker, you ain't winning at the Royal Rumble, because I already know fucking it's gonna be AJ, it's gonna be fucking Seth Rollins and fucking Lesnar at WrestleMania.
No, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because the original plan always has been, Brock Lesnar versus Strowman, but Vince is changing that. He wants something else with Strowman for now. So who knows? Another big thing too with WWE is just the women. I mean, right now it does look like it's going to be a three-way match between Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, and Becky. I'm not sure if it's for a title or just to be in a fight.
Not to shit on the women's division, because they are doing a lot of good things, but
they just introduced the women's tag title this past Monday.
Ever since what happened to Asuka happened, it's like I can't give a shit about this either.
Wait, what happened to Asuka? She's a champion. She's a SmackDown champion.
Yeah, but for the longest time, I know now she is. But again, Sammy, you're talking to somebody who has literally not watched a single minute of WWE since last WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
I stopped kind of like, I think
I watch here and there. I mean, I just keep. I mean, I keep in touch on what's going on. I don't watch full episodes anymore. Like I just can't I can't pay attention to it anymore. But it is, because
honestly, like if I'm going to devote like 5 hours of my life to wrestling a week, it's like, you know what? You ain't going to win against New Japan and fucking Ring of Honor, WWE. I'm telling you.
Actually, they are. Well, let's be honest here. They are winning against them.
Well, I mean, in terms of my attention, they
yeah. For people like us, yeah, they get. Well, to be fair, even Ring of Honor is not that great, to be honest. I'll be completely honest with you. I can't watch Ring of Honor. It's very
It's
I mean, Impact has been getting better. I would seriously consider like
What's
tonight.
gonna happen to Ring of Honor on Fox? Because like a lot of
Wait,
Fox stations will carry
no.
Ring of Honor.
Well, I mean, it depends if that Fox station
Fox
is owned
station's
by Sinclair.
owned by Sinclair Networks.
Well, it depends on the city, because some Fox affiliates are owned by Sinclair, some aren't. Like where I am, it's not, but like in Tampa, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, whatever station. It depends on the city and the.
I know Richmond. I know Richmond is owned by Sinclair because Ring of Honor comes on every Saturday.
Yeah. Because I think Ring of Honor is Thursday. I think the main show is Thursday, and then they do. They do.
Yeah, they do the reruns on Saturdays here.
Yeah. But Impact has gotten a lot better. Like Impact has gotten a lot better. Like because so now it's here's the thing though. Okay, so they're Friday nights at 10 p.m. and they simulcast on because they're on Pursuit Channel now, which is like a hunting fishing channel. They got to deal with them for 10 p.m. On Fridays, but they simulcast now on Twitch. So you can go on Twitch on the Impact Twitch channel account.
That's a pretty smart move.
And watch Impact at the same time. But if you want to watch reruns, you have to go on the GWN network. They don't post you can't like watch the reruns on Twitch. You have to go to the GWN channel. Also, fun fact: speaking of the GWN, on they had a recent documentary with Nigel McGuinness, and they used footage from his Impact, his TNA days when he was Desmond Wolf, and they had to use and as an agreement on that same documentary, they shout out the GWN network at the end of the documentary, like, hey, if you want to watch more of like TNA, subscribe to the GWN network. So that was an interesting thing they had to do there. But here's the real story, right? Here's the real story is talent hoarding. So right now, because you have it's WWE, you have Impact, you have Ring of Honor, you have MLW, and now you have AEW, and everyone's just trying to buy up as much talent as possible.
I don't think people are taking into account the cataclysmic seismic shift the AEW funding is going to have on this.
Seriously, and like we don't even know what their future TV deal.
Also, the fact we don't know, like,
and the rumor.
I know the rumors for like Omega right now is like he's going to go to
Oh no, for sure. No, yeah, because his contract with New Japan ends the 1st of February, and from there he's a free agent, and more likely he's signing with AEW.
But the big rumor for Kenny, like with Kenny, is like he's going to get a fucking management position at fucking AEW.
Well, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard that. I don't know what the deal is with that. But the interesting thing too is that with Jericho, since he has a 3-year deal with AEW, but he can still work with New Japan. He still do New Japan shows, so that's interesting.
I hope fucking they continue doing that, because I think that will.
I think they will. I think for now they will, until it gets a little bit, until they start to actually grow. And they
New Japan and Ring of Honor and AEW to do something, but I don't know why Ring of Honor would do that.
Yeah, like because
to be honest, would be really cool to see, like a bit, because never happened during the wars, but like, how cool would it be if there was like a pay-per-view and it's like New Japan Pro, AEW,
it's gonna happen,
Impact, fucking Ring of Honor.
Yeah, like inter-promotional like super event. It'll happen. It's gonna happen. Knowing how those guys are, it'll happen. It'll happen. It's not a question of if, but when. But here's the thing, right? So CMLL, they have a pretty much good close relationship with New Japan and Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So what I see maybe happening, well, I don't know, because I know that. Well, actually, you know what? No, never mind, because it's Impact who has a close relationship right now with AAA.
I'm really.
So that's the thing. I'm curious what actual relationships they'll be having like at some point with AEW will be having, because right now it looks iffy when it comes to Ring of Honor and New Japan, because technically they're rivals. Like right now, AEW is a rival of Ring of Honor and thus New Japan, even though they're still keeping a bit of a relationship. But who knows how that'll be?
Do you think AEW is kind of going to be like New Japan Pro's like stealth way of like getting into the US?
No, because they're already doing it with they already have that with Axis. Access Television. They already have the.
Cody really mad that Vince took his fucking dad's name.
With Cody. No. Here's the thing. He already explained this. He's always had that name. He always had ownership of that name. He just chose not to use it. It wasn't like a whole it's a trademark thing. No. He has use of that name. He just chose not to use it. He just like, I'm just gonna be Cody, just because I feel like it. Like right now, I think he's gonna be just Cody Rhodes. I think he's gonna be officially Cody Rhodes now. But
so the thing just
because he can.
My one dream for fucking AEW. I want fucking Cesaro to go to AEW.
I do. Yeah.
I doubt it's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure like WWE, because here's the thing, right? Because there was a rumor right now that Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett wanted to ask for the release, and WWE denied it. But here's the thing: Maria just like today made an Instagram post saying that that was false. So who knows? But the other rumor, the other story is that the Revival has been asking for their release and possibly go to AEW.
Yeah, wasn't it like they literally they finished wrestling a match and they literally first thing backstage?
Yeah, they beat they beat. I don't know if they actually won the match and then went the backstage like, hey, we want to release. But here's the thing: the rumor with that is that WWE told them, hey, give us 3 months and we'll make things better for you so you don't leave.
So basically, the deal WWE offered the fucking what's their faces. Where it's like, hey, you give us 3 months. If you don't like what we're doing with you, you can get out.
Right. Yeah, actually, that was okay. Speaking of which, that was the rumor or the story that Dave Meltzer reported with the deal that WWE want to give the Young Bucks. Be like, hey, let us sign you to a deal, and we'll give you 6 months to be to anytime release. If you feel unhappy with where you are.
Look, WWE, you had your fucking chance to get the Young Bucks, and you fucked it over.
Here's the other major story that you guys are missing that I haven't talked about. WWE is desperately trying to price match AEW.
Yes, they are. They actually said that to any independent talent who gets whatever. I don't think it's just AEW. I think it's also any other promotion. If you tell us what their deal is, we'll double it.
I know it's not going to happen, but you know what I would really love for AEW to do as the ultimate fuck you, the WWE union.
Yo, yeah.
That would be interesting because here's the thing, right? Because also the other story with AEW is healthcare. But I think it's only right now the healthcare is pretty much just for wrestlers who also have a backstage role, Young Bucks and Cody and I think
Billy Gunn.
Well, Billy Gunn right now is just a producer, so but yeah, I think he probably
Billy Gunn needs someone to pay for his human growth hormone.
That was such bullshit. He took steroids for a powerlifting competition. Who gives a fuck? But yeah, I don't know. I like Billy Gunn. I think he's a good guy.
I mean, I didn't say he was. I just said.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that's the big thing right now. It's just the talent hoarding, and everyone's just trying to buy everybody up now. So it's a really good time to be a pro wrestler.
Oh yeah,
it's a lucrative time. It's almost territory days. It's pretty much back to the territory days.
It's nowhere near the territory days.
Well, I mean in terms of maybe not territory days, but maybe mid Monday Night Wars, where it's let's buy this guy, let's get this guy, let's sign this guy to a deal, give him this much, let's sign this guy, because that's how Jericho. Got signed.
Hey, WWE, I got an idea for how you could get some more money to hire some actual good wrestlers. End your fucking contract with Brock Lesnar.
Well, here's the thing with WWE. They have they have the money to spend. They can outmatch. They can spend the money on people. The problem with them is that they're not going to use them. They'll buy them. They'll pay. They'll send the deal to a probably good lucrative deal, but they're not gonna fucking use them. That's their problem. They don't use people correctly. They just
or alternatively, they'll give them insane amounts of dates.
Basically, they'll wrestle, but they're not gonna have much TV time. And that's the way you want as a wrestler. If you sign to WWE, you want to be on TV and fucking be out there and make a name for yourself and fucking sell merch. Because you're not if no one knows who the fuck you are, you're not on the TV. No one's gonna buy your merch, and you're not gonna. You're just going to be sitting around just twiddling your thumbs.
Just chilling out at a house show.
Pretty much. Just working dark matches and maybe make an appearance on Main Event. Maybe. Because that's what's been happening with fucking Revival. They just been on Main Event.
I forgot Main Event existed.
It's only on the network though.
I canceled the network.
I canceled it years ago. I just yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of the network, did you see the fucking deal where WWE was like, "Hey, we want all Elite, but as a network show."
No, that's bullshit. That's not true. Where do you hear that?
Wasn't that like?
No, that's not true.
No,
I'm pretty sure that was like a thing.
They want to do Botchamania.
No, they didn't want to do Botchamania. They have their own. They have a botch club now with.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, like that's something else.
They want to get that away. They want to stop Matthew.
No, no, I don't think that's the case. But
going for Matthew.
I'll be honest. Like I'm like for the first time in a long time, I'm like, you know what? The future actually looks bright for wrestling.
It is. It's an interesting time to be
Everything
a
else
wrestling
is
fan.
collapsing, but sure.
I don't think so. I mean, here's the thing. People are going out and watching wrestling. Like,
I wasn't talking about wrestling was the first thing.
Right. But yeah, so like let's AEW, right? Like, so they have their next show in was it May with double?
Oh god, like always, this is just going to be random shit. Like right now, we're talking about wrestling because we got 3.
But as soon as like Lundy comes in,
in
we're
here.
gonna talk about some other shit.
Yeah.
I was legitimately thinking of titling this one Lundy as a child murderer as well. But no, apparently that's not cool to do.
He has yet to answer to the accusation, though.
Also, for spoiler alerts for fucking for a future podcast that's going to be fucking released, child murderer would actually be a step up for fucking Lundy.
Can you be flagged for just having that in your title? Just a random like.
It's napalm.
Like I don't care. Like I don't get monetized for this fucking garbage I do.
By the way, I fucking asked. I put a link to the new Spider-Man trailer, and I asked you to make a video about it.
I was going to, Sammy, but you know, one step at a time with making these videos.
Can you do super chats?
Which fucking, if you want to know my opinions on the new Spider-Man trailer, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wow, Matt's positive about something. That's a weird feeling.
Look, it's a Marvel movie. Like, of course I'm going to be positive about it.
Yeah. It's as long as it's not Thor 2, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, like they'll never. I mean, to be fair, Ant-Man and the Wasp was fucking kind of garbo, but like whatever.
I liked it.
I kind of didn't like it mainly because of the villain, because I really like Ghost as a villain in the comics, and Ghost in the fucking movie was not as cool as Ghost is in the comics.
Wait, no. Have you watched Aquaman yet?
Yes.
How did you think of that? I haven't seen it. What do you think of
I throw it in the same category as Venom, to be honest. Like, it's a fun movie, but it is probably not a good movie.
Yeah, like I watched Venom, and it's okay. But it's not. It's okay.
I know Sony really wanted their version of Venom in the MCU, and Marvel told them to fuck off. They're like, let's not get fucking crazy with this, okay?
No, I'm pretty sure. Are they going to make a sequel with Carnage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm predicting the sequel's not going to do as good.
Probably not.
Because I think a big reason the first Venom movie did so good is a lot of people. I've talked about it a lot. Yeah. I am not a fan of Venom as a character. I think Venom is one of the worst fucking characters in Marvel Comics, but a lot of people like fucking Venom.
Yeah,
and I think, and those people were waiting for a fucking actual real Venom movie, and yeah, the fucking one Sony just made is close enough, really.
Yeah. But doesn't it follow the Venom hero storyline? Because obviously it's no relation to Spider-Man. Like
pretty much.
Yeah, it's because it's part of that storyline or whatever. That standalone Venom is a hero comic book series.
It's like I'm a loser on my planet.
Yeah, is that an actual storyline in the comics?
Kinda like Venom's had a couple of like my personal favorite like Venom origin is like Venom was like the good guy symbiote who was like we don't need to kill our hosts, we can work with them. And the first person Venom ever bonded with was Spider-Man, who rejected him and basically shattered dumb old Venom's fucking worldview, and Venom basically became an incel because of it.
Yeah.
Now, like, that's different because now there's, like, the god of the symbiotes, and, like, Venom was originally bonded to, like, a crazy person, which is why Venom is crazy.
Right.
Like I said, I prefer the fucking incel Venom version, because it's like, okay, this is actually kind of interesting.
What was the, what was the name of the bad guy, or the bad symbiote in, Venom? The main bad guy?
Oh, Riot.
Riot, yeah. Fucking stupid name, I'm not gonna lie.
It is the edgiest of edgy names.
Riot. Shut the fuck up.
Also, Zen, you missed it. We were talking about wrestling for like a good solid 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I gotta plug in my mic. Do that before I join the hangout.
Stop fucking your mic, dude. You're not gonna get anything out of it.
Oh yeah, I saw Glass too. That was shit.
What did you watch?
Glass.
Glass, yeah, I didn't watch it, but
Glass is the newest M. Night Shyamalan movie and like the end to the Unbreakable trilogy, and basically M. Night Shyamalan just remade Lady in the Water, which is not a fucking good thing, because I know it's a huge debate which of fucking M. Night Shyamalan's is the worst movie. Every fucking time Lady in the Water. It's so unbearable to fucking sit through.
I've never seen Lady in the Water, so I'm not really sure.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think that's the only M. Night Shyamalan movie I think I've never seen, except for like
basically
Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water is basically M. Night Shyamalan's like fuck you to critics for not liking his movies. He literally wrote himself into the movie as like Jesus, basically.
I am the creator of this universe.
Doesn't he show up in Signs?
Yeah, he's the guy who killed Mel Gibson's wife in Signs.
Mel Gibson okay. I'm thinking fucking the other one.
Tom Hanks.
Also, Glass made me realize something. Bruce Willis has not been in a good movie since fucking Looper, and that was 2012.
Looper was a good movie?
Like, movie. Comparatively, like, go look up fucking Bruce Willis's filmography. It's fucking garbage after 2010.
I like the first Red. The first one, not the sequel. The sequel was okay, but I like the first one.
Wasn't he in the remake of Death Wish?
Yes. Also, like, I forgot about this, mainly because I completely have blocked most of this movie out of my mind. He was in the second G.I. Joe movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
He was.
You know what? Death Wish. It was okay. I liked it. It wasn't. It was okay.
Well, I mean, Death Wish itself, wasn't it just like a stupid kind of action movie?
Yeah,
basically.
The problem is Eli Roth like really hates like SJW, so he was like, "I'm gonna make this movie to trigger him," and it's like, "Good job, you triggered me by making me fall the fuck asleep."
Oh fuck! What's the name of that one Charlie?
Never thought I'd say that in a movie with so many fucking rape scenes in it, but yeah, like, good job, Eli Roth. You made rape boring.
Did you like Sin City: A Dame to Kill For?
No.
No. Yeah. It seemed very rushed. Like it seemed like
that's kind of funny, Sammy, saying it felt rushed, even though like that movie took 10 years to fucking make.
Yeah, but the actual movie just is like
what movie?
Sin City: A Dame to Kill For.
Monster, I don't count After Earth because he didn't actually fucking write After Earth. He just directed After Earth.
I love your review of fucking After Earth because you just like so fucking great.
Not saying After Earth is a good movie, mind you, but like when it comes to M. Night Shyamalan movies, I'm only counting the movies that he wrote and directed.
I guess you're not going to count The Last Airbender because I'm not sure if he wrote that.
No, he wrote the script for Last Airbender. I guess, yeah, maybe Last Airbender is worse than Lady in the Water, but that's because, like, Last Airbender
is more insulting than Lady in the Water.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, does Bruce Willis like owe people money? Because he's been in a lot of fucking movies.
He might.
If you look at it,
I mean, he was in Death Wish.
Well, I mean, look at the past like 10 years or 9 years. Like he's been like it's almost fucking very close to.
He's at the paycheck portion of his career.
He's doing like at least 2 to 3 movies a fucking year at this point.
Yeah,
he did 4 movies last year.
He's in what?
Acts of Violence, Death Wish, Airstrike, and Reprisal all throughout 2018.
Oh, Monster, I'm so fucking sorry you had
of those.
What the fuck is Airstrike?
I have no idea. Oh, it's a Chinese movie.
What? Whoa,
Yeah.
what?
It's a Chinese action war drama about the Japanese bombings of the Chinese.
That's what's
city.
happening with a lot of like. That's what's happening. Now, that's what's happening with stout American actors. It's like they go to China because even though star power is no longer a big thing in the American box office, star power can still help with like the international audience.
I mean, that explains why Matt Damon did that awful fucking
The Wall
movie about the wall. Yeah, I didn't even see that. All I saw was just like, wow.
Honestly, I throw that dumb movie and like it's a fine like Sunday afternoon movie where it's like, okay, it's Sunday, there's nothing going on, it's raining outside.
Airstrike 2018 film production. Mel Gibson served as the art director of this $65 million budgeted film.
You know what? That might not be too bad of a thing. Like Apocalypto had some really cool fucking visuals.
You mean Apocalyptica?
By the way, just to fucking change things. I don't know what to say. Fucking Nick Cage, Mandy. Have you seen Mandy yet, Matt? With Nick Cage?
Yeah.
I
tried watching that. I can't.
It's good. No, it's a good. Fuck you. It's a good movie. It's actually.
I'll be honest. I'm so glad Nick Cage.
It's weird. It's trippy as fuck, but it's good.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not
I'm so
good. I'm just
glad
saying it's too weird for me. And it's like.
I'm so glad Nick Cage doesn't owe all that money to the IRS now, so he can actually be in good movies again.
Yeah. Maybe that's what happened. Fucking Bruce Willis didn't pay his taxes, and he owes the IRS a bunch of money.
Because that's why, like, Nick Cage was in all those garbage movies, because he owed a lot of money to the IRS. So Nick Cage literally couldn't say no to a project. He needed the money.
I need to watch Old Boy. Someone brought up in chat. I haven't watched either version of it.
I was gonna say Old Boy is a fun movie, but that's kind of a fucking lie. It is. It's not really a fun movie. It's a good movie, but it is not fun, especially the fucking ending.
Like 12 Years a Slave.
God, I hate the fucking American version so much because the villain is literally the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I'll be honest, like if I was put in that position, right, in the American version of Old Boy, I would just tell that asshole to fucking kill me because it's like this. So you're telling me you ruined my fucking life because I saw your sister fucking your father and your father fucked everybody in the family and then he kills himself because I didn't fucking tell people, but apparently it got out. And now, like, you're angry at me for your fucking dad killing everybody because he fucking stupidly fucked his daughter on fucking school property? He couldn't wait to get home to have sex with his fucking daughter? Just kill me now. Like, this is stupid. I'm not even gonna fucking kill you at this fucking point. Like, nothing's worth anything anymore. God, I hate the fucking American version of. and you know what even makes it worse? It's fucking longer. The American version of Oldboy is like 3 hours compared to the fucking original's like fucking 80 minutes.
I kind of just had an epiphany. I just realized they remade a bunch of Charles Bronson movies, like Death Wish. They made a remake of. I think The Mechanic. I think is a Charles Bronson movie. Fucking. They haven't made Cold Sweat. They haven't made a remake of that. I don't think.
You know what? I can't remember the name of it, but it's probably really good. Charles Bronson. It's basically like this Western where like Charles Bronson's being hunted down by all these other fucking dudes, and he's just taking them out one by one, and it's so fucking great. Yes, Bronson is dead. He's been long dead. That motherfucker's been dead since the 90s.
Perfect.
I need to fucking fuck. They're making.
I want to say Yukon, Marcus. I want to say it's like the Yukon or something like that. Because even though it's like a Western, it's set up in like either Canada or Alaska, so it's like just nothing but like mountains and snow.
They're apparently making another Die Hard movie. Which fucking what? Okay. Die Hard movie. It's just called McClane.
Oh god, just fucking stop with this shit. I think Agent Black Dog. I think Charles Bronson died of like lung cancer or something.
Let's look up some Charles Bronson.
Because if I remember right, like his last years were like really sad. Like he was like bedridden and shit, and like he did not have a good like final set of years.
Once Upon a Time in the West? Is that the movie you're thinking of?
I'm pretty sure it might be. Also, Egyptian. I think he does die in the books because like the books are. It's kind of like the Warriors where like there's no actual fucking good characters in the fucking. If you ever read the fucking Warriors, the Warriors that the movie was made after, yeah, they're rapists.
Wait, what the fuck? There's a book?
Yeah, the Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors was originally a book, and in the book version, you know the chick that the Warriors hang out with in the movie, they gang rape her at the end for no real reason, really.
I'm kind of happy they didn't. Although James Remar's character was kind of rapey in the movie. He gets the shit kicked out of him, which is very, very much warranted.
And I think if I remember right, because I've never actually read the Death Wish book, but I've like read synopsises about it and stuff. If I remember right, I think like the book is more kind of like negative about like what happens to fucking the character, where it's like, yeah, he's becoming a fucking monster because of these other monsters. So it's kind of like, it's less wish fulfillment like the movies and more just kind of like a really depressing character study of like what happens to a man when he's been pushed like to the absolute breaking point. Also, Mansoor, the theme-based gangs are not in the book either. They're just like normal gangs.
That movie was actually The Warriors was a better movie than it had any right to be, considering it was like some exploitation movie.
I was gonna say I'm surprised they haven't remade the Warriors, but I think Amazon is like making a fucking series. So have fun with that or not. Because knowing the current trend, it's like, oh, it's gonna be like, fuck it. I have no hope for the new fucking Starship Troopers if that piece of shit ever gets made. Because the producer is like, yeah, it's gonna be more like the book, and it's like, I've read the book, and that's not cool.
They haven't remade 1984.
I mean, they kind of have, like 1984 at this point's become like kind of like Robin Hood or like King Arthur, where you can just make a story based around the themes and ideas and just basically be like, yeah, 1984, boom. But we don't have to pay any rights for it. Ha ha.
I've been tempted to watch the new Fahrenheit 451, but I've heard it's kind of shitty.
I know a lot of people are raving about Punisher season 2, but I can't bring myself. I still haven't watched fucking Daredevil season 3 because, like, what's the fucking point? Like, all of these Netflix series are fucking ending for Marvel. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know, Monster, that is kind of weird that like nobody's tackled Brave New World. Because arguably, we're closer to Brave New World than fucking 1984.
I tried reading Brave New World. I couldn't get through it. I was just like, I got like to a point where it's like, this is kind of not my thing. That's like the thing. I read Fahrenheit 451, 1984. Like, I'm trying to read like all of the classic in quotes, but like, I read 1984, read Fahrenheit 451, tried reading fucking Brave New World, couldn't. I really want to read like a lot of fucking what's his name, the guy who did I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, Harlan Ellison.
Oh yeah, fucking Harlan Ellison, yeah.
Which, fun fact about the game, I don't know if you know this, but apparently the voice of Am is actually Harlan Ellison.
That makes sense.
Ursula K. Is she the one who read is Ursula K. Le Guin? Is she the one who wrote Earthsea? Or is that someone else?
I'm not too sure.
The name sounds familiar. Because if that's the case, they have actually done some Earthsea stuff. Not great, from what I heard.
Let's check. Let's go to good old Wikipedia, the arbiter of truth. Also, science fiction. Come on, just tell me what book she like is most well known for. Wikipedia. Come on.
Earthsea series, yeah. Something like the left hand, some left-handed darkness.
Oh, she did some of the Earthsea books.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because I knew the name, because they have done adaptations of Earthsea.
But I don't know if she's done any of the Earthsea books that have been adapted.
Isn't she the only one who's written Earthsea? Or someone actually
Planet of Exile. I remember reading that one.
My bad. I had to go for a minute.
No, that's fine. We've just been babbling about like sci-fi.
Oh god.
I really wish John Saul books would get made into fucking movies because they're just so fucked up, and I love them. There's literally, I'm not sure. This would make like the perfect sci-fi movies. Like, It's called Shadows. Is one of his books. It's basically about like this academy for special kids, where the whole point of it is to basically rip the brains out of the kids and put them in glass tanks and like digitize their brains. And it's like that's the entire point of the fucking book. And it's like, sure, that's whatever.
So more depressing X-Men.
Yeah, I guess.
Which is saying something because X-Men is really depressing.
Like the best part is like at the end of the book, like one of the kids survives the whole like these experiments. Is at his house and he has like this big supercomputer because this shit was written in the fucking like 80s and 90s. So it has like this humongous computer in his room. And one of the girl who he was friends with, who digitized her brain, basically like turns his computer on, is like, I'm gonna be out here, and like winks, like, you know, puts a face on and then winks, and then fucking goes away and is like, that's fucked up.
I'm surprised everybody's optioned the Metro series since you mentioned it, Mon. So I'm thinking about somebody that's probably fucking optioned it. So they'll probably fuck it up. It probably won't be that'll probably be like one of the few times where like the video game adaptation's better than the movie adaptation.
Fucking has anybody done a Snow Crash movie?
Yes.
Mm.
If I remember right, I think Sci-Fi Channel did like a made-for-TV movie. Back when, like, they were into fucking making TV movies.
Yeah.
Before that awful fucking Sci-Fi Wizard of Oz fucking movie, like, just killed any chance of, like, Sci-Fi Channel ever doing another fucking made-for-TV movie or fucking television series.
Was Sci-Fi the one that made the Sharknado movies?
Yes.
Which I've never seen any. Hero. My favorite part about Snow Crash is Hero fucking the hero protagonist. This is fucking the main character's name. It's like,
I mean, to be fair, Japan does that all the fucking time.
yeah.
Throw a fucking rock and you hit an anime character named Hero, who's the protagonist of the fucking show.
Witcher. I forgot they're making a fucking Witcher show. Oh, isn't Jared Leto? Oh no, it's Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
I thought it was Jared Leto for a second.
No, like, thankfully, like, Suicide Squad, like, pretty much has kneecapped his fucking movie career.
Oh my god. He was in a movie that was on Netflix, that was made for Netflix. And I've been curious to watch it, but I don't want to. It's called The Outsider. And it's basically...
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just... The Outsider's basically... Jared Leto is a Westerner that gets taken in by, like, Yakuza. And it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. I heard that movie's shit.
It's like, I want to watch it because it's bad. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm really starting to think with Jared Leto, like, the fucking... him and Dallas Buyers Club was a fucking fluke. Like, that was, like, the one good performance he had in him, and he... And to be fair, not the shit on Dallas Buyers Club. It's a great movie. If you have to waste your fucking one good movie performance on any movie, you could do a lot fucking worse.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie. But to be fair, I haven't seen a lot of movies.
It's a good movie. Like, it's about, like, scumbag lawyers in fucking, like, Texas.
Jared Leto, Jake Claw. Who he fucking was, I have no idea.
He's the guy, like, right, if I remember right, like, right now, like, Jared Leto's focusing more on his music career, which is like, okay, that's fine.
He was apparently in American Psycho.
You know what's funny, Mansoor? You bring up the Wachowskis. I was talking about this the other day with some people. What are the odds of like you having 2 children and both of them are trans?
That's true. That is kind of a
like that's a weird little quinky dink.
I totally thought American Psycho was an earlier movie. I didn't know it was made in 2000.
I mean, yeah, well, you know, it was they did start filming that movie in the 90s, so that's probably a lot of those like year 2000 movies are like really fucking weird. Kind of like how a lot of 1990, like if you ever watch a lot of movies from the year 1990, a lot of those movies are fucking weird.
There's like a weird period, like right at the beginning of the 90s where the 80s didn't necessarily die.
Yeah.
I just remember because I saw Blade Runner 2049 as he's like in that movie, and I'm like, that's right, he wasn't the villain, but he was like some fucking person in that movie.
It's like that weird period of like the 90s, but when like right before grunge. You know, the forgotten time.
All right, I gotta head off. I'll see you guys.
I see ya.
Yeah, Suicide Squad, Dallas Buyers Club, Mr. Nobody, Lord of War. Fuck, I'm trying to think of Lord of War. Was that was it a Nicolas Cage movie? Yeah.
Yeah. I always get Lord of War mixed up in my head with Matchstick Man. Because they're kind of the same fucking movie. Although Lord of War is a fucking better movie. Like Matchstick Man, like I'm probably literally the first person in fucking since that movie's been released to actually say Matchstick Man.
Requiem for a Dream was apparently in 2000. I thought Requiem for a Dream was in like mid 2000s. Apparently that was in 2000.
Yeah, again, like year 2000 movies are really fucking weird and not consistent, and like that's why I'm looking forward to like 2020 because it's going to be another one of those like you know what, I haven't watched like a lot I haven't gone back and like looked at like the filmography of like what was released in 2010, so I don't know if 2010 was a weird year as well. But like the 2000s and like the 2010s just they run together. I mean, there is like definite distinctions, like, you know, the rise of social media, shit like that. But I have to say,
let's see.
Oh, you know what my favorite
Inception.
thing? You know what my favorite things ever is just like watching like old movies from like the early 2000s and some dude who's like, I'm really cool and hip and stylish, and the motherfucker's using a flip phone.
I forgot Inception was from 2010. Toy Story 3 is apparently from 2010. Let's see.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look this up. Like everybody at home, let's look up like what movies got released in 2010.
I'm doing a IMDb list top 100 movies of the 2010s. That was a good movie. Birdman, fucking, that's a weird ass movie.
All right, so Shutter Island. Wow, that's a movie that's like, wow, The Social Network was also 2010. Wait, the first fucking Kick-Ass movie was 2010? I could have sworn that was like earlier. King's Speech? God, there's like there's a lot of movies here where I'm like, wow, this happened in 2010? Oh, The Book of Eli. Remember that fucking weird ass movie?
Did movie, right?
where it's like fucking. I think it's like Denzel Washington, and he's like a blind dude in the post-apocalypse, and he's protecting a book. And spoiler alert, it's the Bible. I'm really hoping the 2010s are going to be weird, Agent.
You mean 2020s?
Yeah, the 2020s. I mean, looking at it, like the 2010s were fucking weird. Like, you had Scott Pilgrim come out the same year as Percy Jackson and the fucking who blah 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 fucking gives a shit.
Shrek Forever After is 2010.
Fucking Machete was 2010.
Twilight Saga Eclipse.
Oh man, the A-Team movie was 2010.
Iron Man 2.
Oh, that shitty fucking Legion movie was also 2010. God, I hope I can. I really want to find that on YouTube so we can do that on a very public spank of one day.
Fucking Daybreakers. Holy shit. That was from technically 2009, I guess, but 2010.
Oh God,
Stranger
remember the shitty fucking remakes of Clash of the Titan? Oh, that's shitty. The fucking She's Out of My League. The fucking movie that killed Dane Cook's fucking movie career. That came out in 2010.
Wow.
The remake of The Last Airbender came out in 2010.
Tooth Fairy. The movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson as a Tooth Fairy.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Yeah, looking at this list of fucking movie. Oh, Winter's Bone. That's a fucking shit one. Oh, I knew about this movie because I was talking about this earlier today. Predators.
Percy Jackson, the Olympians, the Lightning Thief. That's a really good book. The movie, I don't know. I haven't watched it. Three Idiots? What the fuck is Three Idiots? These are movies I've never heard of. The Red Baron? What the fuck? Let's see. Alice in Wonderland.
I've never heard of this movie before, but just from the title, I fucking hate it. Like, why did I get married too? And it's two spelled out T-O-O-O. And it's like I hate you.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Repo Man or Repo Men, that fucking Jude Law movie.
Also, Repo, also Repo was also released the same year because like both of those movies were weird.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at
the
this
soundtrack to Repo.
So I'm looking at so I found the highest grossing films of 2010. Toy Story 3, number 1. Alice in Wonderland. Ugh. Tangled, Despicable Me, How to Train. A lot of animated movies in 2010 on the top 10.
The Trotsky, The Infidel.
At least half of the fucking top grossing movies of 2010 were animated movies.
Multiple Sarcasms? What the fuck? Timothy Hutton. He went through a fucking period.
Oh, where's the Oscars?
MacGruber.
Because I know the fucking Oscars are gonna have some garbage fucking picks.
Sex and the City 2. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. That fucking adaptation.
Does anybody remember the Christian Bale movie, The Fighter? I don't.
Everybody remember the wondrous Duke? Fucking Marmaduke. Splice. What the fuck was Splice? That sounds familiar.
Alright, The King's Speech won Best Picture. That's I'm actually disappointed, Oscars.
Jonah Hex.
Oh
Remember that
God,
movie?
Jonah Hex was fucking shit.
Oh fuck! When the fuck did
There's a movie titled Stranger Things that came out in 2010.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? Fred the movie came out in 2010.
Does that even count as a movie?
Salt. What the fuck? Why does Salt sound familiar?
Oh, that was like the not Mel Gibson. That was the Clint Eastwood movie with fucking Angelina Jolie looking for her missing son, and like the city of LA basically gaslights her.
Mugby and the White African.
What?
It's a movie. Dinner for Schmucks.
God,
Paul Rudd, Zach Galifianakis, Jeff Dunham.
Waiting for Armageddon. God, even the fucking like awful movies in 2010 were fucking boring. You're a weird year, fucking 2010.
The Other Guys. Fucking Mark Wahlberg and fucking Will Ferrell. Although they've done a bunch of movies together, I think recently.
Wow. I remember this shit movie because I was like, wait, Frozen came out in 2010? And no, it's not the Frozen everybody remembers. It's a shitty. So the Frozen that came out in 2010 is like three friends are like on a ski trip and they get stuck on a ski lift, and that's the movie. The end. Also, they all die because I don't know. Fuck you.
The Last Exorcism.
No, I got it. Not the fucking Disney Frozen. This is like a what, you know. You know what? I'm actually curious about this. What does Wikipedia classify fucking 2010's Frozen as? Oh God, it was released by Anchor Bay. That fucking explains a lot.
Devil came out in 2010.
Fucking thriller drama.
Devil, that M. Night Shyamalan movie, which I've never seen. All I remember, I only really remember like the M. Night Shyamalan movies is when I think it was one of your movie reviews on Napalm Sucks at Gaming. You talked about one of the M. Night Shyamalan movies, and you were just like, "Oh no, it was After Earth." There was the After Earth review, and you listed all these fucking awful movies. I was like, Jesus,
he really does. Also, fucking The Wolfman came out in 2010, which, God, that was a huge fucking disappointment.
I Spit on Your Grave. I thought that was a fucking 1970s movie. That's right.
It was. They remade it.
Jackass 3D came out in 2010.
I remember seeing that in fucking theater. I've literally seen all three of the Jackass movies in theater. No, wait, four. There's a fourth one.
Is the Wolfman? This is the Benicio del Toro.
Yes. The only thing I can recommend. Fucking the 2010 Wolfman movie for. If you ever want to see Anthony Hopkins not like violently not give a shit in a movie, like that is the greatest movie to watch. Like that movie literally comes off like as Anthony Hopkins is just sitting there like, you know what? I'm just gonna act like a fucking retard for the entire day of shooting. I'm just gonna act like a retard with the retard voice and fucking everything. And this fucking pansy ass fucking director ain't gonna do shit about it. And like one of like Benicio del Toro, somebody else on the movie was like, you can't do that. Like, there's no way he'll fucking allow it. And he's just like, bitch, I'm Anthony Hopkins.
The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest came out in 2010. The original version, not the American version.
No, I have not. I did not see Bad Grandpa in theaters, Agent.
There was a Care Bear movie, apparently. It's direct
I
DVD.
really want Johnny Knoxville to be in a good movie.
127 Hours. I didn't know that was in 2010. I thought that was in like the later 2010s. Harry Potter. Wow, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows was fucking in 2010.
Well, part 1.
Yeah.
Well, the first
Black
season's
Swan.
centipede.
Yeah, I saw that. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. The Chronicles of Narnia.
Remember the shitty fucking remake of Nightmare on Elm Street? That was 2010.
With the guy who played Rorschach.
Yeah, fucking Jackie Earle Haley.
Who, I think, did he fuck his voice up for the Nightmare on Elm Street movie, or did he do it for Watchmen? Because I remember hearing about it. He legit fucked his throat up.
He was in a really, I can't remember the name of it, but like it's a super fucking depressive movie where like basically he plays like a like a fucking kitty filler who's been released from jail, but like they've been like rehabilitated, and like this kid goes fucking missing, and like everybody blames him and stuff. And like the last scene of the movie is like he's sitting on this fucking swing set just crying, and like he castrated himself on this swing set because he's like, I want to prove that I'm not going to fuck children anymore, and I don't know what else to do except cut off my fucking dick.
I need to watch Hard Candy from start to finish. Even that's a really fucked up movie. Blue Valentine is a movie apparently was made by the Weinstein Company. How the fuck would I pronounce that name?
The shitty... God, there were a lot of fucking shitty movies in 2010. Like the shitty fucking Ridley Scott fucking Robin Hood movie was in 2010.
Let's look at what movies were made by the Weinstein Company. Django. Silver Linings Playbook. Inglourious Basterds.
Oh my god, Sam, guess what was in 2010?
What was it?
Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time.
Yeah.
Oh, and right under that, Survival of the Dead. That must have been just the shittiest fucking day of the year to go see new movies.
Notable. Let's see. Beautiful. Gulliver's Travels came out in 2010.
Oh, the fucking live action Marmaduke movie came out in 2010. Oh, Splice came out in 2010. That's a good movie.
Little Fockers.
Splice is also a fucked up movie. Like, so, you know, if you're like, oh, like the one movie in 2010 that Napalm says is a good movie, I might go check that out now. Yeah, you got to be in a certain headspace to check it out. It's kind of a fucked up movie. But it is a good movie.
Little Focker. I still can't believe Little Fockers was 8 or 9 years ago at this point. I can't believe they made numerous of those fucking movies too. It's like Meet the Parents is fine. Meet the Fockers, but they made fucking Little Fockers.
There's a fucking movie in 2010 called Dinosaur Train. Why am I only hearing about? That sounds awesome. I want to be on a dinosaur train.
Jurassic Train.
Well, they made a movie about the Stonewall Uprising in 2010. Oh, it was a documentary. Never mind.
List of Japanese movies from 2010.
Oh, God, Grown Ups was fucking 2010. Fun fact, Grown Ups 2, like, I hated that movie so fucking much. I didn't even fucking title my review Grown Ups 2. I just left the title fucking blank. That's how little of a shit I gave about that movie.
Gothic and Lolita Psycho is a Japanese movie from 2010.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I kind of want to see this now just because of how fucking weird it is. The fucking cover of the movie is it's a girl, but she's got like this monstrous fucking hand covering her face, and it's basically got like the ghoul eyes from Tokyo Ghoul.
So I don't have much to say about this movie because I know what it is, but I just want to say the title out. Sesame Workshop Summer Beach Party featuring Pinky Dinky Doo and Dragon Tales. What the like, I know two of those things. What does Pinky Dinky Doo? I gotta dig further on the Pinky Dinky Doo hole. You don't even have a fucking picture of Pinky Dinky Doo on fucking Wikipedia. What good is this? Now I gotta Google it.
That is true, Jemshin. Gothic and Lolita Psycho does sound like Japanese genre. It really does. Spaceship Yamato. I didn't know they made a live action movie of that.
I think that's the second live action movie version they made of that.
Zebra Man, Vengeful Zebra City. What the fuck is that?
Okay. God! Okay, this is a fun because we were talking about Nicolas Cage earlier and his problems with the IRS and the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Remember that? Remember when Disney was like, "Hey, you know that one scene from Fantasia that everybody remembers that isn't the devil or fucking the hippos and the alligators? Let's just make a whole movie based around that." God,
here comes the bride, my mom.
Cats and Dogs: The Revenge of Kitty Galore. So many weird movies.
Doraemon movie. A Boy and His Samurai. What the fuck?
That sounds like know more. Weirdly racist.
A Boy and His Dog. A Boy and His Samurai.
It's like,
I'm
what was that?
That's like...
What's that fucking movie from the 80s where like fucking the little rich kid was like, I can have any toy in the store. I want the black man.
Let's see some South Korean movies from 2010. So I'm trying to remember.
Egyptian, I can explain to you why Disney made fucking The Wizard's Apprentice. Iron Man 2 had just come out, so they weren't that far into the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet. So they didn't know if the wheels would fall off of that shit yet. Also, they didn't own Star Wars at the time. So Disney was still like, hey, we might need another fucking big tentpole franchise movie besides the Marvel movies. Like, let's make The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Is that the movie with, I'm trying to think. Fuck.
Wait! What?
Huh.
Wait, what? This is even more fucking confusing. So the Studio Ghibli version of fucking Tales from Earthsea came out in 2010. And I was like, wait, wasn't that made in the fucking 80s? And then I looked it up. And no, it was made in 2006. What? God, maybe I have to watch Tales from Earthsea again, because apparently I don't remember that movie really well if I thought it was made in the fucking 80s. Oh, vampires suck.
The original was... Restrepo. Why is that something? Oh, yeah.
Oh, Piranha 3D. Remember that? Like,
I don't think I actually ever watched that.
it's shit, but like, just as a fuck you to James Cameron, I kind of give Piranha 3D the credit for reviving 3D movies.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. It's a what the
Are
fuck?
undead.
Are undead. Excuse me. Get him to the Greek when Jonah Hill was not skinny or skinny-ish now.
There's a movie called Make Out with Violence. That's a weird. Oh, Resident Evil Afterlife. Wouldn't be a shitty fucking year of movies without a Resident Evil movie, you know? Alpha and Omega, like, which for people who don't know, because I travel in a lot of circles on the internet, Alpha and Omega, huge with fucking furries. It might be the hugest fucking movie with furries, which is saying something, because we live in a fucking timeline where Zootopia is a fucking thing, and Disney actively is trying to court the fucking furries.
Metropia? What the fuck is that? English language animated mystery thriller drama science fiction.
Here's a fun movie that was released and made by Zack Snyder. It was a passion project of his. The Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
That was made. Wait, who was that made by?
Zack Snyder.
Was that before or after Man of Steel?
Before.
I was gonna say, like,
also the shitty garbage fucking sequel to fucking Wall Street fucking came out in 2010.
Oh god, wasn't it like Money Never Sleeps or something?
Yeah.
Oceans? Exit Through the Gift Shop, that movie about that overrated artist.
I mean, it's a documentary. Let's barely call it a movie.
Death at a Funeral, the remake, I assume.
Oh, like, Sammy's not here anymore, but like the first Red. So you know what? I am right. I am fucking right with Bruce. The last good movie Bruce Willis was in was Looper, because the first Red movie was 2010, 2 years before fucking Looper.
Waking Sleeping Beauty, documentary film.
Ooh, Monsters was 2010.
Hot Tub Time Machine was 2010.
I think I've seen 2 good movies thus far. Like Monsters and fucking Splice. And to be fair, Monsters is kind of a love it or hate it movie. Like, I loved Monsters, but I know like plenty of fucking people who are like, that movie was fucking overrated shit. Megamind was fine. You know what? Like, in terms of like a non-Disney fucking animated movie, Megamind's good.
Art of the Steel is a documentary. Barnes Foundation. The Yellow Handkerchief.
There's a Care Bear movie in fucking 2000. Do you remember a Care Bear movie being released in 2010?
No. Well, I think I remember reading in the list, but like, eyes wide open. The sequel to Eyes Wide Shut.
I got excited when I saw that because I thought that, and it's like, no, it's just a dumb movie. It's not related. Oh, I Love You, Philip Morris. That's a decent movie. I mean, it's no thank you for smoking.
Did you ever see From Paris with Love?
No.
I did. I saw it with an ex of mine, but she was my ex at the time. It was not great. It's a John Travolta and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, whatever the fuck. But it's not great, from whatever.
Oh, one of the shitty fucking Chronicles of Narnia live action movies was released in 2010. God, remember when they were pushing that fucking shit really hard?
Spy Next Door.
Wow, Tron Legacy was fucking released in 2010. Oh my god, fucking, this is a fucking movie I haven't thought about in a long time. The live action Yogi Bear movie was released in 2010. Oh, True Grit, that's a good movie.
I want to say it's a remake. Because I think the original
it is a remake.
Had John Wayne. I think. Let's see.
Man, fucking, I'm at the bottom now of the fucking list. Like, what a weird fuck. Wait, True Grit was released on December 22nd. Why would you release True Grit like 2-3 days before fucking Christmas? That is weird.
The Devil in. I've moved to 2012.
So yeah, here's looking to 2020. I hope we get some I hope it's a mixed bag of a fucking year for movies like fucking 2010.
Does everybody remember Underworld Awakening from 2012?
Oh, I'm gonna actually go down a fucking decade now because I talked up a big game about the year 2000 being a really weird year for fucking movies.
Oh, Journey 2: The Mysterious Island, which is a sequel to Journey to the Center of the Earth.
What? No, I'm sorry. I'm looking up the top grossing fucking movies of 2000, and number 5 has thrown me for a fucking complete loop. So, okay. So, here they are in order. First up, Mission Impossible 2, Gladiator, Castaway, What Women Want, which that one's weird. I could have sworn that movie came out let me wait real quickly. Is that the same movie I'm thinking of? The one with Mel Gibson where he can...
Yeah. I want to say yes.
Nope. Wait. Yep, it is. So, number 5. This is the one that threw me for the fucking loop. Dinosaur. Remember Disney's Dinosaur?
No.
That was the 5th highest grossing movie of the year 2000. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Meet the Parents, so there's the fucking tie to 2010 with fucking little fuckers. Oh my god, think about that, Zen. It's fucking George Lucas. It's like fucking poetry. It rhymes. It's a complete fucking circle. The series started at fucking 2000 and it ended at 2010.
Wow, you know what movie came out in 1990?
What?
Fucking Tremors. I thought that was mid-90s. No, it was in 1990.
No. Yep. Tremors is a fucking... If you've never seen Tremors is a great fucking movie.
Let's see.
The Perfect Storm was the 8th highest grossing movie of 2000. X-Men is number 9, and What Lies Beneath.
Ah, fuck, that sounds familiar. So you know The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes.
There was a movie in 1990 based on the books.
That makes sense. It might make sense. I mean, not at all, completely.
They made a fucking Lord of the Flies movie in 1990?
Yeah. See, that one makes more sense.
TMNT came out in 1990. Ernest Goes to Jail.
Next Friday, Remember Next Friday? That was the first movie released in 2000. Oh, here's one that will make people sad. My Dog Skip. That was
I
released
don't
in
think I've
2000.
ever seen that.
That's the one with Frankie Muniz, and he's got like the little cute Jack Russell dog, and like, spoiler alert, he goes off to college at the end of the movie, and the dog just lays down on his bed and dies.
Wow. That's
There were only
depressing.
7 movies released in January in the year 2000. Well, at least, you know, like big production, like that kind of stuff. Scream 3 was 2000. Snow Day was 2000. God, I remember fucking... Again, that's another one of those movies where it's like... I'm pretty sure that happened later, but no, like, it didn't. The Beach, that was 2000. The Tigger movie, 2000. Oh, remember Boiler Room?
No.
You don't remember Boiler Room with Vin Diesel and Ben Affleck?
No. I do not.
Nobody else does.
I would have said I would have been 12 at that point, and my memories of that time are kind of fuzzy. So,
oh, here we go with a movie I remember seeing in theaters. I don't know why. I was like, year 2000. I was 15. I don't know why this movie appealed to me. The Whole 9 Yards.
fuck, that's a Bruce Willis movie, right?
Yeah, it's another Bruce Willis movie. Fun fact: Whole 9 Yards is one of my sister's favorite movies. Don't know why. Oh, Reindeer Games. Remember that shitty fucking movie with Ben Affleck?
Actually sounds fairly familiar, yes.
Mission to... Oh, God. What? Fucking Ninth Gate came out in 2000? I could have sworn that was like 98.
Is that the Johnny Depp movie about the book?
Yeah, the one where he's like, he has sex with Satan as a lady. Wait, Erin Brockovich?
The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle came out in 2000.
God, like, the more I'm reading about this, like, yeah, the year 2000. What a weird ass. I'm not even through fucking March yet.
The Patriot. Me, Myself, and I.
That was fucking 2000.
The Patriot, yes.
Again, that's another movie where it's like, nah, that came out in like 2002 or something.
Thomas and the Magic World.
The first fucking Final Destination movie was in 2000.
Godzilla 2000.
We don't talk about that.
No, I think no.
Oh,
the one
wait,
you're thinking
no,
about, I think, is the 90s. Yeah, Godzilla 2000s is the Japanese one.
The Road to El Dorado. Remember that? Well, people probably don't remember it, but if you've ever jerked off to a really hot Hispanic lady in Aztec getup, like as a like Rule 34 shit, you probably have seen fucking characters from this. There's a lot of
movie where it's like. Is that the movie where it's animated?
Yes.
And it's kind of like it's like the both.
No,
like,
it's not like a mix.
No. I'm saying like it's like it's a GIF where it's like both, and then like they both say both. It's like
this is a movie I do remember coming out in the year 2000. Ready to Rumble. God, I should really try to hunt that down for a very public spanking, because I mean, I don't know, like, it's a comedy and I got shat on for fucking being putting freaked on, but like, God, I hate fucking Ready to Rumble so fucking much.
The Ladies Man came out in 2000.
28 Days came out in 2000?
Drunken
Like,
Master 2 came out.
seriously, Zen, if you put a gun to my fucking head and was like, what year did 28 Days come out? I would have said 2004. You would have killed me.
Fucking Little Nicky came out in 2000.
The Virgin Suicides came out in 2000. Also, Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas came out in 2000. God, oh, fucking freak. So many fucking movies I'm remembering that I've completely fucking forgotten about.
You know what came out in 2000? Unbreakable.
Oh, it took you fucking like 18 fucking years, M. Night Shyamalan, but you finally finished that fucking Garbo story. Although, like, that's not fair. Like, the first fucking, like, Unbreakable's really good.
There was a Dungeon and Dragon movie in 2000.
Don't remind me. Please. Fucking Battlefield Earth.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Screwed came out. Like, nobody else is probably going to remember that, but, like, I'm a huge Norm Macdonald fan. I think Screwed was like one of the last movies Chris Farley was in. If I'm thinking of the right movie, let me check.
Oh, brother,
I might not be thinking of the right movie.
That was a weird fucking movie. Oh, brother, where art thou?
That was a weird movie, but it was good. And also, fucking really?
Shadow of the Vampire. What the fuck is this?
No, this is not the same movie I'm thinking of.
Miss Congeniality.
Road Trip. Like, think about that, everybody. Fucking, not only did Tom Green have a fucking career in the year 2000, but also Andy Dick. These were people who could still get work at this fucking time.
I fucking did not know that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was directed by Ang Lee.
Oh my god, these are Big Mama. So Big Mama's House came out in the year 2000. Remember when Martin Lawrence had a fucking career? But this is the one that made me go, oh my god, because fucking Gone in 60 Seconds.
This is a movie.
Remember that fucking piece of shit?
Did that have Seth Green in it? No, I think I'm thinking of The Italian Job.
It had Christopher Eccleston in it before he became the Doctor.
So, The Sixth Day. I legit thought that movie came out in the 90s. It apparently came out in November of 2020. Wow, 2000.
Me, Myself, Irene. God, like, looking at this list, it's like, man, I saw a lot of movies in theaters in the year 2000. What the fuck is
Bounce? Apparently it's fucking Ben Affleck and what's her fucking name? Gwyneth Paltrow.
The first fucking scary movie came out in the year 2000.
Charlie's Angels came out in 2000.
The Nutty Professor 2. Oh god, Coyote Ugly. That was a fucking shit Garbo movie. Also, fucking Hollow Man, another shit Garbo movie.
Dr. T and the Women? What the fuck? Okay, it's a Richard Gere movie about a wealthy gynecologist. Oh my god,
fucking The Cell.
That's a book, right?
No, it's the movie with Jennifer Lopez, and it's like
no, really... I know that, but I'm saying like I think The Cell was based on a book.
It might have been. Let me Bring It On. I remember seeing Bring It On in fucking theaters, mainly because of my sister. Oh my god, the last Highlander movie came out in 2000.
Highlander Endgame, where both Adrian Paul and Christopher Lambert's careers died.
Christopher Lambert's still alive.
Still alive.
Oh, remember you might not remember. You might be too young to remember this, but like for people out there, the last of the Urban Legend movies came out in fucking 2000. I remember when they tried to make that into like a big fucking series. Oh my god! So here's a great movie in the year 2000 that I recommend to every fucking buddy. Fucking Best in Show.
That sounds familiar. Oh, is that the movie about like the dog show?
Yes. It is a fucking great movie.
Chicken Run.
Oh, Remember the Titans came out in 2000. That's also like that's a fine movie. That's okay. It's aight.
Shaft. Does everybody remember Shaft?
Oh yeah, I remember the fucking Shaft movie from the year. Yeah.
Oh wow, road trip. Fuck it. Michael Jordan to the max. What the fuck is this?
Drunken Master 2 came out in the year 2000. Oh, the second Blair Witch movie came out in the year 2000.
I Dreamed of Africa. What the fuck?
The Legend. Oh my god. Zen, we got the movie that coined the term the magical Negro, The Legend of Bagger Vance. That came out in 2000.
Frequency. Why does Frequency sound familiar?
Oh my god, this like I legitimately so Men of Honor. The only reason I've thought about that movie recently is because I think it's like playing on fucking TBS or TNN or some channel. Fucking, I saw a commercial for it. Like, no, it's playing on fucking WGN. Like, I think it's playing like on Saturday on WGN. I haven't thought about that movie since it was released. Also, Red Planet came out. That was a lot of shitty movies about Mars came out in the year 2000. Rugrats in Paris. 102 Dalmatians. Man, Disney made a lot of shit sequels in the year 2000.
Oh, wow, Pitch Black came out in 2000.
So here's a movie I do remember also being in the year 2000. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Ooh, Snatch. Snatch is a good movie. You know what? Thus far, like the year 2000 had more good movies than fucking 2010. If I'm being completely fucking honest here. Dude, where's my
Saving
car?
Grace.
Emperor's New Groove? Oh yeah, I guess that does make sense. Because like Lilo and Stitch was like 2002, 2003. So yeah, like Emperor's New Groove makes sense.
Does anybody remember Space Cowboys?
Oh, Dracula 2000 and Miss Congeniality. Ugh.
John Nash, wasn't it? I fucking actually remember Space Cowboys. That was such a weird ass fucking movie. It's like, let's get all these old fuckers to go to space.
Like, let's just remake Armageddon, but make it shittier.
Oh, it does have some decent people. It has Tommy Lee Jones. I think Donald Sutherland's in it. It's like Clint Eastwood's in it. Fuck him. He's in the movie and he directs it. It's like, great. That's fucking. That'll work.
Oh yeah, Marcus. Like Red Planet is like good compared to like all the other like Mars movies, but like that's not a high bar. There are not a lot of good Mars movies. I'm pretty sure The Martian is the first movie set on Mars that is considered an actual good movie and not like a cult classic or something. So yeah, like just again, looking at the list of movies from the year 2000, it's like, yeah, again, I'm really fucking looking forward to the year 2020 because I'm really looking forward to all the weird fucking shit that's going to come out in theaters.
Let's look at some of the weird shit from 1990.
Faith, I thought like Bird Box was resoundingly okay.
Wow, The Exorcist 3 came out in 1990.
Ooh, Jimshin, that's a good question. Like the first Total Recall, like I guess it is technically a Mars movie. But at the same time, you are kind of right, because, like, depending on who you believe with that movie, it's all in his fucking dying brain.
Let's see.
So yeah, like honestly, if I like, you know what, we got to make it a trifecta, Zen. I can't do kill, marry, fuck if I'm only like got 2 years here. So we need to get the year 1990.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now. Quigley Down Under. Fucking that weird Tom Selleck movie.
Although, if I had to be honest right now, I am heavily leaning to fucking Kill in 2010.
Rocky. Holy shit, how old is fucking Rocky? The Rocky 5 was in 1990.
He's 108. So, the top 10 grossing movies of 1990, number 1, Ghost.
Number 2, Home Alone.
Number 3, Pretty Woman.
4 is Dancing with Wolves, or Dances with Wolves.
Number 5 is Total Recall.
Back to the Future Part 3 is number 6.
Back to the Future 3, Die Hard, presumed. Wait, Kindergarten Cop was the 10th highest grossing movie of 1990?
Oh, what the fuck? Jacob's Ladder was in 1990? Huh.
Wait, so I'm looking at the events, right? March 30th, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is released to massive box office success. At the time, it is the highest grossing independent film in history. Wow.
Let's see. Kiki's Delivery Service came out in 1990. No, not 1989, but it came out, I think, in America in 1990.
So let's take a look here. Oh my god, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Even back in the 90s, January was a garbage fucking time of the year for... Wait, no, Tremors also released in fucking January, so... You know what? You win some, you lose some.
What the fuck? Flashback?
Yeah, there's a lot of movies here. I'm just like skimming the list right now. I'm pretty sure I've seen most of these movies, but I cannot remember them. Oh, I remember Internal Affairs.
Joe versus the Volcano. That sounds familiar.
You know why it probably sounds familiar? Because Red Letter Media did a fucking review of it.
I don't think I've actually watched any Red Letter Media stuff. Ernest Goes to Jail.
Wait, Nightbreed was fucking 1990? I could have sworn like Nightbreed was like 88. By the way, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. Thus far, it's looking like I'm going to have sex with the fucking year 1990 and marry the year 2000.
Another 48 hours.
Because Nightbreed is basically Clive Barker's like movie about like being gay in like the 80s and 90s and stuff and like how it felt, but it's also a really weird fucked up monster movie. The Hunt for Red October was 1990.
So another 48 hours, which is a sequel. The sequel to a movie that came out in 1982.
Yeah.
This is an 8-year-old sequel. Jesus
So you know what this shit is?
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, it's done. I don't even have to go any further than fucking March. Fucking Blind Fury came out in fucking 1990. Blind Fury is the dumbest fucking movie ever made. It's basically it's a martial arts movie, but like the dude is blind and he uses a sword. Also, looking at
Ghost
this,
Dad
like,
came out in 1990.
which is weird. That movie looks like it was shot in like 1983.
Arachnophobia came out in the 90s? In 1990?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Fuck.
Ernest Goes to Jail came out in 1990.
Young Guns 2.
Wait,
What
Crybaby
the
came
fuck?
out in 1990? Yeah, that is the movie. Yep, that is the Crybaby I am thinking of with Johnny Depp. Like,
That's a weird movie.
it is a weird movie.
Taking Care of Business.
Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. Oh, fucking the start of the Class of '99 series. Like, they're fucking garbage movies, but like they make up such a fucking huge part of my fucking childhood because USA would run them all the fucking time. Them and The Substitute movie. Like, you ever see The Substitute or any of its fucking 5,000 sequels?
Is The Substitute the one with Samuel L. Jackson?
I think the
Was that
first one
some-
might have Samuel Jackson in it.
Fucking Dark Man in 1990. That's a weird fucking movie.
You know what's fun with Darkman? The only reason Darkman exists as a movie is because Sam Raimi wanted to make a Batman movie, and Warner Brothers told him to fuck off. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own Batman, and I'm gonna have fucking blackjack and hookers and booze and cigars. Frankenhooker was 1990 is a fun year. I want to have sex with 1990. Dick Tracy, Gremlins 2. Felix the Cat, the Felix the Cat movie. I used to watch that fucking garbage piece of shit all the time as a kid. RoboCop 2, Days of Thunder! God, this is like a fucking, like, just blast from the past for me.
Why does Soul Taker sound like a fucking 1990s anime?
Well, Soul Eater.
I think there's actually an anime called Soul Taker. I think it's like I legit think it's like a 1990s, like, weird OVA thing.
All Presumed Innocent came out in 1990.
Frankenstein Unbound? What the fuck?
Wait.
Oh, it's Raul Julia. Huh.
Oh, yeah, Problem. Does anybody remember the Problem Child series of movies? Those were also big, like, in rotation during my childhood. Especially the second one. Speaking of sequels, fucking Young Guns 2? There's a second one?
I thought Misery came out in the mid 1990s. Nope, came out in 1990.
Oh, the DuckTales movie came out in 1990.
Edward Scissorhands came out in 1990.
You know what? Unpopular fucking opinion. I fucking hate Edward Scissorhands.
Don't you just hate Don't you just hate fucking Johnny Depp?
No, like, look, Johnny Depp is legitimately in one of my favorite movies of all time, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. The thing I can't stand is when Johnny Depp and fucking, Tim Burton fucking hang out together. Also,
True.
Exorcist 3 came out in 1990. Let that one fucking sink in.
Wow. Liam Hemsworth was born in 1990.
Makes me feel fucking old.
Makes me feel old.
White Hunter Black Heart.
Margot Robbie was born in 1990. That's
Goodfellas came out in 1990.
Who died in 1990? Let's see. None of these people I know.
I mean, yeah, they died like fucking when you were a babby.
Excuse me. Whatever the fuck. I was 2. Whatever the fuck.
Miller's Cross. Okay, that's a movie I remember being from 1990. Mainly because, like, wait, whoa. Fucking Troll 2. Troll 2 was from 1990. Oh, yeah, and the fucking remake of Night of the Living Dead, which was actually probably one of the better fucking remakes of anything, because, like, they change up a lot of shit. So, like, yeah, like, Night of the Living Dead, 1990, pretty good movie. Thumbs up. Oh, Frankenstein. Wait, is this the one with... No, it's not. I'm thinking of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Wait, Jacob's Ladder came out in 1990?
Yeah, I had the same reaction.
Oh, Rescuers.
Don't know.
One of my Rescuers Down Under, legitimately one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I was so lucky to see that fucking movie in theaters. Predator 2, I remember. Wait, RoboJock? There's so... Again, it's like... There's so many movies where I just assumed, like, yeah, this came out in, like, 98, 87, or 86. Like, nah, 1990. Go fuck yourself. Look Who's Talking 2. Wait, the first... When did the first Look Who's Talking come out? Does anybody other than me remember the Look Who's Talking movies?
I remember them.
I always liked the one with the dog. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Bonfire of the Vanity.
The first Look Who's Talking came out in 1989.
Godfather Part 3. Godfather Part 3 was the last movie the last like major American movie released in 1990 on Christmas Day. Thank you for that, fucking Francis Ford Coppola. So yeah, like now that I've gone through this, like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck 1990, marry the year 2000, and I'm gonna fucking murder fucking 2010. That's my definitive kill, marry, fuck ranking of the last 3 decades. You can take that to the bank. And yeah, Faith, like, doesn't Jacob's Ladder seem like, yeah, this was made in, like, 86? Back when, like, movies were weird and fucked up and awful and, like, sad.
Why can't I think of the fucking actor's name who played in Jacob's Ladder as the main character?
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins. He's a good actor.
Here he is. I wish he was in better things nowadays, but you know, you can't have everything. Also, I'm pretty sure we're approaching like the 2-hour mark, which tends to be the cutoff point, and I gotta fucking take a wicked fucking piss. So, I'm gonna end this here. We had a good. We literally just filled fucking time by just looking at Wikipedia and talking about fucking movies. That's the hallmark of the Edible Napalm channel. Just the ability to talk about any fucking dumb topic for like more than an hour. We did it. So yeah, Zen, you got any last parting thoughts? Because I don't.
Become a patron. Patreon.com/ResonatorZen.
Yeah, become his patron. I don't have a Patreon, so you can't become mine. So if you want to patronize me vicariously, give the money to Zen.
We're basically the same person, you know. Long hair,
I
beards.
mean, mostly. Okay, I'm gonna go and take a piss. I'll see everybody later. Or in the Discord, or next week, or whenever, or tomorrow if you listen to fucking, or if you're like one of the 5 people who still watch a very public spanking. I should probably start putting the link to fucking Mixler down below so people are like, oh, that's where a very public spanking went to. Because I'm pretty sure that's why the audience died, because we don't do a good job of promoting stuff around these parts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go see ya, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how to end shit.